Hello survivors, I am the SurvivalVis, and welcome to a nice little relaxing gem called Parkasaurus. A nice little indie game being made by Washbear Studios. So it is an early access game, and I know that can kind of have a lot of connotation behind it, but I'm going to get into talking about that kind of stuff more towards the end, because I just want to show off and enjoy the game with you guys. It's a nice relaxing little park builder. So we'll start a fresh game from the beginning. Let's see, standard game. Start standard game with normal settings difficulty. Yeah, I think we'll just do a standard little game to start us off for today with our little series here. So, oh, looks like that's the only spot, so we'll do a new game there. No, we're going to do the tutorial and intro for you guys. So as you can see by the art style, it is a cutesy, adorable little game. And I really do love it. It takes me back to my childhood, basically, because it reminds me so much of the old Zoo Tycoon series. Not the second kind of... Oh, I actually have sound effects to... There is a little story that will just go through in the pictures here. So, a trio of dinosaurs, or alien dinosaurs, land on the planet. And they decide to make a park for themselves. So we're going to call this... what's a nice park name? Isn't that always the hardest thing, is coming up with just nice, simple little park name? We're going to call this the Bizarian Preserve. Oh. Okay, fine. We're going to simplify that to Vis Preserve. There we go. I would think if it can increase the character limit on that. Oh, here we go. Commander Ollie here. It's nice to meet you, human. Welcome to your first dinosaur park. I'll be looking into ways we can enhance the well-being of our dinosaur friends. This looks like a big empty area to set up our dinosaur park. There's quite a lot of garbage, but every great dinosaur park has to start somewhere. But first things first. Navigating around your park is easy and important. Let's give it a try. So Ollie's going to be our little Stegosaurus guy who gives us some help in the tutorial here. So just a few things here. Right click and hold. It's just to do this a few times just so I can get through quickly. Mouse wheel in and out. And Q and E are just little flips of the camera there. There we go. That's a nice simple tutorial and really does go over all the things for it. Oh, Science Officer Luca reporting for duty. It's almost time to meet your first dinosaur. I'm excited to see how their biological systems function in this atmosphere. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Commander Ollie said we should set up an exhibit first. Exhibits are where your dinos live. You design exhibits to match your dino's needs and increase dino happiness. For now, let's create a simple exhibit for your first dino. So select the wood fence to build an exhibit. So it looks like our... I don't want to say T-Rex, but theropod friend here, Luca, is going to be our kind of exhibit chief. So we want to click... Oh, there's our UI. As you can see, it's actually a nice layout. I don't even think there's too much that you have to improve on. Everything is really good starting with. So we want to do a wood fence. One of the things I really like about this is you can go tile by tile and get exactly what you want. And that's another nice feature, is you can see the little blue highlight where it goes along so you can line up perfectly with what you already have. There we go. Oh, and then we do need to put a little door on there so that way people, our staff, can get in and out. There we go. Oh. And donation box. Pax here. I piled the crash ship into your planet. Your money is very shiny. We should really be collecting as much of this stuff as possible. I meant to already collect these coins in bins called donation boxes. So Pax is, I guess, our Spinosaurus kind of one. Just looking at kind of the build on them, I don't believe they're, or maybe an Tyrannosaurus sort of. It's kind of hard to say. I do have some knowledge on dinosaurs, but I don't really recognize any that would have a big sail quite like that. Spinosaurus is one that comes to mind, and I believe it's Tyrannosaurus too, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, so we need to make a donation box. So we have regular buildings, facilities, decorations, lights. As you can see, even with it just being in its early stages of early access, there's so much depth and detail already put into it. I I think maybe we'll just rotate that, and I think we'll plunk it right in the middle there. Just so that way if you're walking by, you get to see the full exhibit first. So, which one do we want to start with? When I first started playing, I think I started with this. I did do some of the game beforehand, so I know all the systems and everything. I think I'll go for the Stegosaurus, though. So, little inventory, and we just pluck him down. There we go. And here's another one. Town's a great place to buy food, accessories for your dinos, or get loans. Visit town during any time during the day, even at night. Okay, so we gotta go into town. And this is just kind of where your general things are. So you can see you have where you buy your plants for your herbivores, the meat for the carnivores, eggs where you'll get new dinosaurs. Oh, I'll just close that for a moment. Hats where you can actually add a little customization to them. There is a bank with loans that I think will be coming more into the game later. And gems, which we'll go into a little later. So first, we'll just keep going along with the tutorial here. So we want 6 plants, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Something really nice with it is that you can actually have a daily delivery of food for your park to arrive, and you actually will get it delivered as a crate just outside the front gates there. I'm probably jumping a little too far ahead though, so we'll just return back to the park there. Here we go. There are many different types of dino feeders. Upgrading and researching new dino feeders give various bonuses to your dinos. Oh, excuse me. Your new dino's vegetarians, let's get a vegetarian feeder. So we go into our exhibit, our feeder. There we go. And I think we'll place it right up, maybe right there. There we go. Caring for your dino best friends is a lot of work. Employees are a great help by doing many of the tasks in the park. Veterinarians are the primary caregivers for your dinos. Yeah, let's get some staff hired on. So we actually have our own little office. You have a little view out of what the park looks like for you. The calendar, Dinopedia, that's coming soon. Dino book, you can kind of go over what you have here. And let's check the resumes. So first we need a vet. So the vets will refill the food containers with access to exhibits through doors. He'll take care of the dinosaurs and also clean the exhibits. So they do have levels for how good your staff are at their jobs and the amount you're paying them per day. So let's see. Speed is how quickly they'll do a task, how efficiently they do the task, and how well they'll interact with guests. I usually try to get a nice, I think it might be Cronin we'll go with. Yeah, I think Cronin is going to be the one we'll go with. Like looking at Senecon. Yeah, he has good speed, but it's kind of about the same there. I don't like that the ability is so low, though. But I like this one, where it's a nice little even mix. So we'll get Cronin there. Oh. Employees, work ethic, and assigned tasks. Okay, in the Dinopedia, located in the office. So there are some things that have been added and changed around a bit since I got my hands on it. So let's bust this guy out and zoom in on him. Okay. I think we'll keep Luca. Actually, wait, we have a Luca, don't we? Well, first, let's go look at the info. Oh, the exhibit pane is a great tool to inspect the type of biome biodiversity in your exhibit. Every dino species has a particular biome they prefer to live in. You can create a biome in your exhibit by first placing a base tile, then morph the biome by modifying wetness terrain. This is where I really think the game will shine in your exhibit creation abilities. Yeah, so you can either click the fence or even double click inside it, and you see that. So what we want to look at is what does he prefer. So Luca under info prefers a rainforest biome with 420 feet per single stegosaur. So this exhibit is 644, which is big enough for him, but we're going to have to change that terrain to be rainforest. So we go into our tiles here, and we have two choices. We have our regular terrain of grass, sand, and mud as a base. Then we also have privacy tiles that we'll go into in a little bit there. So let's just, one nice thing, this is where you can just hold down and it'll actually go out, and boom. There we go. So that's a forest. Oh, yeah, see, Luca there ain't too happy yet, so we need to get towards a rainforest. So we have ruggedness we don't have to worry about because we're not aiming for the taiga, but rainforest we're going to have to do something about. So let's see about adding some water in for them. We're probably going to need quite a bit, eh? Oh yeah, we're going to need a little more than that too. So there we go, we're into rainforest now. But we also want to make sure the biodiversity is good. Oh, here we go. Every biome has an ideal ratio of trees to bushes to rocks. This ratio is called the exhibit biodiversity and contributes to your dinosaur's habitat score. Trees, bushes, and rocks can only live in particular biomes. Note that trees and bushes often need to be near water sources. Oh, dry throat a little bit. Sorry about that. So now we're going to go into scenery, and we're going to make a perfect exhibit for them. So what are some good rainforest trees? Oak, fir, maybe some apple? You know what? I'm Canadian, living up here, and I like our pine forest, so we're going to go and put in a number of those for them. One of the nice things, too, is you have even variety in the trees you place, too. As you can see, each one will spawn a different size or shape of one. So that's a nice little touch added in. So now we need to get some bushes in there. So, oh, that's right, Al. As you can see, you get some that will need to be within the water source, or the perimeter of the water. And we'll do 2 more. And just so that way those have some water there, we'll make a little pond right there. There we go. And now we just need some rocks. So back into terrain. There's our rocks. Basalt, or granite. Yeah, let's get a couple of big guys in there. We can even put them in the water, so that'll help the score a bit too. And we'll do some small bits of basalt there. Oh, there we go. Oh, for packs, open for business. Time to open the park so guests can visit. You can close your park at any point, just remember, guests give your donations and buy tickets. So that's how the park stays open there. So there's the admission booth here. You can actually even change it up a little bit, however you'd like. Like the counter, you can have different colors, the paint for the siding. So I think maybe what we'll do is... Oh, okay, I think I lost the color. Oh, is he still... Oh, he's still not happy, eh? Needs more of them, that's why. Okay. Well, we'll get you a few more friends in just in a little while there, Luca. Let me see here, though. Yeah. Do we want black or we want something a little... Nah, that's pretty... I don't even... Just trying to think of some good colors for it. There we go. And instead of the wooden booth, let's call it... maybe we'll call that the admissions. There we go. And let's see. Admission booth and click open park. Oh, there it is. I'm just pretty blind. There we go. So our park is now officially open. Janitor is key member of your park staff. Janitor can repair fences, pick up garbage, empty toilets, and more. Janitor automatically does tasks around the park, such as picking up garbage. Yeah, so we'll get another staff member there. So let's see, pick up trash, fences, and bathrooms. Yeah, so first we have Pilax. Nice rounded ability there. I do like the 14 for... Oh. This game just keeps throwing more and more windows at me to go through for you guys. Okay, so we'll talk to this in just a little minute, but there are ways of you actually can graph how the park's doing, and the hearts do help in kind of researching more things for your dinos. So this is for the day, just no real balance or anything there. And this is kind of the recap. So we did have one happy dino, so we did gain a heart. You can go by the balance of what your count is, the attendance, your income, your expense. And you can toggle all of them on at the same time, see how they are. And you have your little overviews there. Just because nothing really went down, we won't worry about that. So we were looking for a janitor. So we have Balaj, Hiditain, Reliculus, and Gaiden. I think what we'll have to do is... I kind of like the speed, to be honest. I think... Yeah, I think we'll go with Reliculus. The speed, low ability, but I think that's kind of the standard of what we're dealing with here, yeah. Yeah, so I like this... I like the more kind of balanced stats for you, Reliculus. So I'll hire you. And I think that's it for the first day, so we'll just go to the next day now. So, yeah, there's already some garbage along and in the park here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to look at getting little Luca here. Actually, I kind of like that, so we're going to change that to little Luca. There we go. Oh, click on the icon. Oh yeah, this is something else you can do, is you can pick up and move around your employees. So that's good. It's been a lot of park training. Let's have guests arrive to the park to make some money. Yeah, so we just have to wait a little while there. We'll have them clear out junk too. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. So Luca, though, you're feeling pretty lonely, and you also could use some more privacy. So that's where we'll go into our scenery, and we'll add some... Oh, no, it's terrain. Yeah, here we go, privacy tiles. So we'll give a nice patch there for you. And we'll add a little more up that way. So that way, if Luca needs anywhere to go and hide in, they can just head off and enjoy a little rest spot. So we've already got $25 from a couple of people in. So that's going pretty good. Let Luca go. Yeah, that will help increase the privacy for them. We will definitely... Oh, we'll just check the privacy tab. There we go. Yeah, so that's how many people are kind of affecting the privacy score. Thankfully, none of them can see him at the moment. Oh, nothing's ever gone wrong in a dinosaur park. Oh, especially movies about dinosaur parks. Trust me. Just in case, how about we give our security some practice in case one of your dinosaur best friends decides to adventure outside their exhibit. Okay. So we'll go hire our next staff member. So we want security. So it's basically they're just the tranquilize them as soon as they get loose. So we got Tarahe, or Narahe, sorry. Noviloch the 6th. Harko, and Tupil. I kind of like Tupil. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 48 compared to 45. You know what? I said I liked them. I like them. We're getting them on board. There we go. So now this was something they put in a while. See, there's a request for tranquilization, but there is also a little thing down here. If you do down here, you actually get first person. Oh, kind of slidey walking around. So let's see. How was it? Oh, I guess I can just walk right through the doors without having to open them. Okay. And I can jump, I believe. Yeah. Can't jump out into the exhibits, so... Oh, there's our little guy. Oh, look at the herpy derpy. Hey, little Luca. Oh, I gotta find a better way of getting out of that screen, but we'll definitely get you some friends, so... We're just going to go through the tutorial. So request a tranquilization. So there goes our security officer heading over to do that for us. Right. Oh, while they're doing that, I'm going to head into town and actually set this up. So we'll get... I think 4 daily should be good start. So that way every day food will arrive in the little kind of shipping section here. And we just gotta remember to collect that every morning. Luca's... Oh, hiding out back there. I believe that's just the tranquility meter on him. Yeah, there we go. So, oh, we gotta turn the camera. There's poor Luca. Oh, as soon as we click on them, that puts them inside a cage in our inventory. Or dinosaur storage, sorry. So now we'll just put her back in. From the small crate to that big one. And there she goes. Back able to eat and enjoy herself. So let's explore the world of science now. Science credits are used in the science tree to unlock useful upgrades and items for your park. The most common way to generate science credits is to have scientists work at a science building or at a scientist presentation. So we want to go into our buildings here. And there we go, the research station. This is pretty big. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll put it right here and use this as kind of a base for our main street area. So this is how science kind of runs in the game, is you generate science credits by having scientists just working there. It's pretty straightforward. There's not too much to really go into for now. There are some other ways you can get set up and get more science flowing in for you. But now we also need a higher one. So back in, there's scientists. So they'll find dinosaur footprints by walking around the park, and when placed on a presentation booth, they'll provide science by teaching our guests or in the research lab. So we have Hesse, Relissi, Zudar, and that's it, eh? I think I gotta go with Hesse. Just the speed, the ability, personality. There we go. So pick up and place your scientists on the worker spot. Yeah, so now we want to find where they are. Is that our scientist? No, that's security. That's our scientist. So we'll pick them up and plop them right there. And they're going to work. So we'll let them go by. But now we want to add some friends for poor Luca because she's feeling pretty lonely. Or he. I think just so I don't keep making that mistake, we'll call him Little Luke. There we go. So in order to get that, what we need to do is go into here to make a portal. Now this kind of sends us, I guess how, oh, actually let's head back out to the park. I'll get back to that in just a moment there. Speaking of, we're already there. So it's time to expand the park with more dinosaur best friends. Use the portal to go dig up skulls and footprints that to be used in the egg store. Okay. So now we're back to the portal room. I guess this opens up portals to different planets, actually? Or maybe it's to certain timelines to find fossils or remains. So we want Stegosauria, and we want open portal. Okay, so it opens up to time periods. So that'll tell us what to dig, and then our scientists all have little tools as a little puzzle mini-game to be able to find remains. So it'll take a little while before the bar is fully done for exploring. So we'll go back to our park and see if there's anything we can add. I do just want to get rid of something like that. Just so that way we have a little cleaner on the main stretch. And you know what? Let's give everybody something to enjoy as a meal. Yeah, right there. I think that should be pretty good for now. Oh, and yeah, we're getting towards the evening, so we'll be sure to definitely add some lights. Portal's on their way, so let's head back out to the park. I want to add some lights now, and this is something really nice. Let's see. Maybe we'll do. How do I want to do this? I think maybe. I'm going to make a path first, just so I can kind of lay out the park a little more easily there. If I can find that now. Oh, there it is. So we want a standard path. So I think right there. And bring that up. There we go. And we'll just do like that. And have a little cut across like that. So let's get some lights here so that way we can see. There we go. Look at that. That's just nice, isn't it? And one in the middle there. And we'll do one there. I like having them about 3 deep just because that always gives you a nice little middle ground where you can put a new light. It's not too much money actually to get the lights started, and we'll put one right there. I think that's a pretty nice start. Still a little bit of time to go on that. Oh, I know, Luca. We're going to get you some friends in just a moment. You know what? I think right off the bat, let's get a nice little arc like that. Look at that. Just a nice little greeting and welcoming to the park. So let's see. We have some info signs we can use. Actually, doesn't really add anything. That's just little decor points to help for your park. So I think we'll add a nice little couple of those. And then we'll add a couple of restrooms. I think we'll do one there. And one there. And then a bin. Yeah, bin right there. And I think one right there. Oh, there we go. Oh, and the day's done, so we'll do that first. So we actually made $566, so that's pretty good. And then these are some of the reviews. I'm not sure. It looks like the system has had some changes. So you can kind of tell them what they like. Happy with cleanliness. Oh, little Luke is not old news. He's a happy little buddy that we're going to help raise up. But little reviews about little tips, what you might be able to do. Food fulfilled essential. They are some weird little tweets or reviews you'll see. It's just kind of like the real internet can be. So we'll go to the next day, and then we'll go into this portal room now. So now we click on the dig, and we have two. We have ourselves as scientists, so it's basically just a little block clearing game. Actually, yeah, we'll do that there. So that's all of Hesse's used up. The little corner there tells you how much use you have out of your guy. So we have a lot we can use ourselves. Shoot, double clicked. Be very careful as you're going through and clearing. You don't want to accidentally double click and lose what you find. So I think that's it for there. So we'll return home and then open another one. And now we want to go here. There's our little food delivery. So there's some extra plants in there, so that's 4 for us. Now we're ready to give little Luke some friends. So with what we found, we go to the egg shop. And this is basically how it kind of works. It's an inventory system in a way. So you need footprints, skulls, and a certain gem. So we'll just go down to Stegosaurus. As you can see, we have quite a few here. So it looks like we can only get the one. But we'll create that egg and take that with us. And now we'll bring... Oh, the science credits. What are they good for? Let me tell you. Science credits are used to unlock science technology such as new buildings, upgrades, and perks. Go to the science tree, unlock science technology. We will in just a moment. Let's get the Stegosaurus in here and hatching. And then I know we'll have some improvements we need to do to their exhibit once they are fully out. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no. Get rid of those, get rid of that. I might as well get rid of a few things around here while we're at it. So let's delete those. And we'll expand this away. Now, it's going to be a lot of space we're going to give them, but there's a good reason for that. I think we'll do that for now, and then just clean up some of these. Because Stegosaurs are a herd animal, they do need a lot of room, and because of how many there will be. So this is just kind of preemptive, getting ready for a very big exhibit for quite a few of them. Oh, so, right, we're into the science now. So as you can see, there is a lot you can go through and unlock. But we're just going to go back and start at the beginning here. So an uncommon channel will let us create more types of dinosaurs. But I think maybe what we'll do is we'll add some different types of food stuff here. So we'll start with that. Yep, there we go. And we can get one more. I think maybe what we'll do... Yeah, we'll get the science learning one. So this way we can set up those little presentations out in the park. Here we go. And there we go. That's a tutorial. Well, I've taught you everything I know about being a good dinosaur park manager. There's much more to explore, but you're on your own to gaining park fame and becoming a great park manager. From Ollie. So that's the tutorial all done. There are a few quests that will continue to pop up. But I think for now, we're just going to leave the park there. So thank you guys very much. Oh, we'll just do a quick save first. Make sure we have our progress saved. So this has been Parkasaurus for you guys. We're going to keep going with a few parts of the series. But before I do head off, I'm going to go into how I see the early access program a little bit. It has come off as kind of having both very good things and very bad things. I have seen both in my gaming history, and I've found I will support early access more than I will be negative against it. But the biggest thing is you have to be smart about the early access itself, both as a customer and watching the developers a little bit. if you're unsure about it, as you should be when first approaching an early access title, is see if you can read reviews and what they say about it. You can usually find out if the game is still in development or not by the reviews or checking anything like the forums or discussions on it. If it's a abandoned game, I wouldn't overly lean towards probably picking it up. But if it is still in constant development, it is a very good thing to look and a step towards going into the early access with it. The next step I'd say is, what are you getting when you pay for that early access? How I always view it is, if I pay, say, $20 for an early access game, am I going to get 20 hours worth of enjoyment out of that game? I usually do a ratio of $1 1 hour of gameplay. So far, it's actually worked out well for me, but I can also see where this has some faults to it. Games that are very early in development won't always have that to it, so then it's kind of run, is it going to be the $1 for what it is now, and also what it will be down the line, or is it only going to be worth it kind of now? If you think you'll be able to get the full gameplay duration time right as it is, like for Parkasaurus, I knew I'd be able to get that for gameplay time no matter what. So as soon as this was released early access, I picked it up. There are other games where you'll be more iffy about. So I would just be a little smart about it. Don't be too, ooh, that game looks really good, and impulse and go into it on early access, then it kind of falls apart for you. I'd just be a little patient, a little observant, and then just kind of see how the system works for you and whether you want to go in on it. So I will be doing a series for Parkasaurus because I do love it, and there's so much I have to talk about and gush about compared to this, and then the old Zoo Tycoon from my childhood. But we'll get that to another video. For now, thank you guys very much for enjoying this one, and we'll have the next episode up very shortly. So as always, survivors, take care and stay alive.